This represents what usually happens when you try to save a video from the internet. You search for a downloader, land on a site flooded with pop-up ads, and hand over your browsing data to a third-party server you know nothing about. Reclip is built to bypass that entire ecosystem. It is an open-source, lightweight media downloader with a clean interface that supports over 1,000 different platforms, and it runs strictly on your own hardware. To get this running, you only need two things: basic access to your computer's command line terminal and the link to a video you want to save. By self-hosting, you are effectively turning your own computer into the server. Instead of sending a request out to a public utility on the web, the software executes locally, keeping the entire process within your private network. Keeping the infrastructure local eliminates the privacy risks of sketchy websites and turns media extraction into a secure, tightly controlled archival process. We begin the deployment process right in the terminal, which will serve as our control center for setting up the local server. First, grab the code by cloning the Avery Gannon Reclip repository from GitHub and navigate into the folder to locate the deployment script. This flowchart illustrates two installation paths. The left requires manually installing dependencies like FFmpeg. The right Docker alternative packages everything neatly. Choosing Docker skips configurations, providing an isolated environment. We map this container to port 8899, creating a dedicated gateway for your web browser. Once you execute the run command, watch the terminal output. You will see a log message confirming the server launched and is actively listening for connections. If the server fails to start, the most common culprit is a port conflict. Check if another application is already using port 8899 and close it before trying again. Wrapping the application in a container ensures that regardless of your operating system or installed libraries, the server launches cleanly on the first attempt. This mock browser window shows our new control surface. Navigating to localhost on port 8899 transitions you from the terminal to the user-facing web interface. Looking closer at the interface, the central input field accepts your targets. You can paste a single link or drop in a list of several distinct URLs at once to prepare a bulk operation. Below the input, a simple toggle dictates the final output format. Instruct the backend to preserve the full MP4 video stream or extract the MP3 audio track. Clicking the Fetch button initiates the next phase. The system takes a moment here because it has to reach out to the source platform to pull down specific file details before downloading. This diagram shows exactly what happens during that pause. The URL enters the processor and splits. One stream pulls the visual thumbnail, while the other parses text data, like the video title and available quality settings. However, this initial fetching process does have its limits. If the video is set to private or locked behind strict platform paywalls, the parser won't be able to retrieve the metadata, and the fetch will fail. Isolating the fetch phase from the download phase allows Reclip to read the source data first, giving you the necessary options to customize exactly what you extract to your drive. Once the fetch is complete, the UI populates with the results. You will see the video thumbnail, the main video title, and new attached controls. As shown in this schematic UI layout, a drop-down menu appears next to the thumbnail. Here, review the available video resolutions and select the exact quality you want, like 1080p. With your quality parameter set, click the primary download button to instruct a server to pull the heavy media file. Because the interface operates inside your web browser, it obeys standard sandbox security rules. The final file routes directly into your default downloads folder, exactly like a standard web attachment. If you pasted multiple links earlier, you don't have to click them one by one. The Download All button at the top handles large batches, processing the entire queue sequentially. Giving you granular control over the resolution and the exact file type guarantees that the resulting archive meets your technical requirements without wasting storage space. Check your local file explorer. You will find the completed MP4 sitting securely in your directory. The connection to the host platform is severed. The file is a permanent local asset that cannot be altered by the platform hosting it. Open the file in your preferred media player. You can now verify that the playback is smooth, offline, and running at the exact resolution you requested. The developers emphasize that this utility is designed strictly for personal use. It is your responsibility to respect copyright laws and the terms of service of the individual platforms you download from. To finalize your setup, Try running a batch of URLs through the bulk download feature, and consider starring the Avrigan Reclip repository on GitHub to follow future updates. By moving the infrastructure to your own hardware, you bypass transient web utilities and take direct control over how you